Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you haven't been here before. We are not doing a tutorial in this video. However, I am going to review the Go2Craft complete tool setup for Cricut or Silhouette, whatever cutting machine that you have in your craft space. Go2Craft reached out to me and asked if I would like to review one of their craft kits. They have quite a few available on Amazon, and this was the one that I picked out for me. This might not be the perfect one for you, but there are other options to choose from. I'm really excited to have a coordinating set because y'all know how horrible I am of keeping up with things in my craft space. And one of the things that came with my Cricut Explore Air, I have the original Explore Air, so my Cricut machine is ancient and all the fancy tools that come with it are long gone. So this is nice, and I'm gonna keep them together. I am. All right, so the first thing that comes to mind when I open the box, everything is nicely packaged. Even if this was tossed around so many different ways or thrown up on the porch, these things are going to be safe. Everything is packaged individually and down in this foam. And honestly, this is something that I've probably used once or twice. I think I used my Cricut machine to make some invitations once, and I couldn't quite get the markers to work right that come with my machine. So these are some really good quality glitter pens. We have all colors here. And then also dual tip markers. These have a brush point on them as well as the fine tip. And if you are like me and have no clue where the adapters are, this comes with adapters to fit these pens. These pop right into your Cricut machine so that it makes it compatible with the pens that come with this box. A craft blade. I don't have to explain how bad I need this. We have a nice metal ruler for cutting some straight lines and measuring. A squeegee tool. Something else I can't have enough of. This is for all of your vinyl scraps. You can just suction it down to your table while you're weeding and put all your vinyl scraps in here, and it will catch all of them. Whenever you're ready to clean it out, just flip it inside out. You can wash it and clean that off. Pop it back and onto your table. This is a rolling and scraping tool for your mats. So whenever you're using a large piece of vinyl, especially when you're using a lot of the holographics and chromes, those tend to be a little thicker and it's hard to get them really stuck down to your cutting mat, especially if you have older ones. This is a really good tool to use to flatten that out, get it nice and stuck down to your mat, so whenever your machine is cutting, your vinyl is not going to lift from your mat, and it's also not going to have areas where it's bubbled up and cuts through. This is a really good tool to have, and you can also use it to scrape the vinyl off. This is our nice little matching toolkit. We have lots of tools in here, from scissors, a couple different scraping tools to remove the vinyl from your mat. And then we also have all of the weeding tools. sharp. That'll work really well. We have the angle weeding tool. Has a sharp point on it as well. And then your 2 tweezers. This one works really well for really tiny pieces. And then this one for larger ones. We also have a vinyl trimmer, and this comes with a few extra blades. I'm just going to take these and put them down in the bottom of my pencil holder or pen holder. That way I don't misplace them, but I like that it comes with a few extra blades. Although the blade on these things last a really long time, these blades actually can be quite pricey for the Cricut one that I have. So this is really nice. And it actually looks, okay, it looks like this is in centimeters. I'm gonna open it up. Yeah. So this is in centimeters. That would be one of the only things that I don't like. It seems like this flows really well. I know my Cricut comes apart really easy sometimes if you bump it on things, but I like that this blade cuts a little bit deeper than this one. I don't know if you can see, if it'll show up on camera, how shallow that blade is. But this one looks like it's going to cut a little bit deeper, so you'll get a better cut with that one. But it's just in centimeters. All right, so last but not least, because this is my favorite part of the box, is this really nice light pad. It just looks so clean, sleek. I can easily leave this on my craft desk and it not take up any space or be bulky. And then it does come with a USB strip, and luckily my ring lights that I use have USB ports on the back of them for, you know, for phone charging or anything that you connect a USB to. So I'm going to plug this in. You just tap the on button, and it probably has 3 light settings. I've had another one of these light pads before, and this is by far my top pick over the other light pad that I have. This is really nice. Yep, 3 light settings. So we'll check it on its brightest setting. But how these work is if you have a really difficult thing to weed, especially if you do lots of heat transfer vinyl, this is going to be really helpful. But you just place it on top, and let me cut my light off here. And it illuminates in between your vinyl where the cut lines are. So it makes it a lot easier, especially when the lights are off in your space, to see those lines in between. And then you can just use one of your weeding tools to pull off that vinyl. Oh, I love this. It's so pretty. Okay. So I think, and then you can probably, yep, you can pop that on there too as you're weeding. Because I have a silicone mat on my table. I don't think this will stick. Yeah, it sticks to my silicone mat. So you can pop that on probably just about any surface except for like a, sort of sticks there, except for like wood or cardboard, obviously, but I'm sure y'all are not working on cardboard. But it sticks really well to this mat and to my silicone mat that I have on my table. So I like everything that comes in the box. The only thing I will say that I don't too much care for is probably the vinyl trimmer. I'm glad that I do have another one in my space, and I like that it cuts deeper than my Cricut. I just wish that it was in inches instead of centimeters. And I wish that it did have a pull out in comparison to this one. Yep. But now granted, this entire box is probably about the same cost as this. So you are still getting a really good deal. And a vinyl trimmer in this box for a really good price. But that would probably be my only flaw to this whole thing. I like everything that comes in it. I like that it comes with adapters for the pins to work in your machine. And I really like these as well. I did test these out just to see how well they write. Piece of paper. And they write really well. And the glitter really shows on these pens. So I'm going to test these out and possibly make some little cards on cardstock for just anything that I send out and see how that works. But yeah, overall, I really like this kit. I will have it linked down below for y'all if you want to test it out. But don't forget, they do also have some other kits on their Amazon page that includes things like cutting mats. There's one that has more pins in it. You can just choose whichever one works the best for you in your craft space. And I mean, honestly, despite this not being one of my favorite items in here, this is a really high quality light pad that I absolutely love. And just the value of this box is way less than what I paid for my last light pad. And I like this one 10 times better. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll answer them as quickly as possible. Again, the link for this and the go-to craft page will be in the description for you. And that's all for today. I'm excited to use all of these things in my upcoming tutorials. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 20,000. I am super excited. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time.